Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, everybody. How you all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy, Rod Thomas Jr. And I'm gonna just be real brief in this episode of the Real News Behind the News. Oh yeah, today is January 7th, 2021, and we just want to thank all the new subscribers, man. Over the last few days, we've had close to, I think, 100 new subscribers, and that's a blessing, y'all. It really is. Um, I really would like you all feedback and opinion on what we could do to make this show better for our viewers. And we got a few people in here right now. If y'all can, man, please hit the like button. I know it's late, and I'm not gonna hold you all, but again, I just want to tell our new subscribers basically what it is we do here at the Real News Behind the News. Now, here at the Real News Behind the News, we like to consider ourselves as the channel where black people can come to get a heads up on what's actually happening in the world around us. I always say that if you don't understand what's going on internationally and around the world, you'll never understand what's going on here in your own neighborhood. And what we try to do is expose the propaganda that you're seeing on your mainstream media news sources. Keep in mind, y'all, there's thousands of independent news sources, but most black people do not look at them. We have been brainwashed to basically look at the pretty white girls and the white boys that's on TV in the suits and ties and the pretty dresses with the titties, you know, the cleavage and all that. This is a propaganda ploy that they use to seduce us, to get us to focus only on them, the mainstream media. When I say mainstream media, I mean your CNNs, your Fox, your ABC, CBS, NBC, CNBC, MSNBC, Bloomberg, and all these corporate giants in the media. You got to realize that when you look at their commercials, who is sponsoring them, by just looking at the commercials, that tells you a lot about who they're getting their money from. And again, when you get your money from certain organizations, your message basically has to cater to their agenda. So when you look at the corporate media, you see that they're heavily funded by the military-industrial complex or the pharmaceutical complex, major corporations of that nature. We here at the Real News Behind the News, we do not have any sponsors. Hell, we barely can get somebody to hit the Cash App on our channel. But we still here. I've been doing this thing for probably about off and on for about 2.5 years now on YouTube. A little bit longer than that, but we just really started to take it a lot more serious because we're seeing that black people really want to be informed. I put it like this: half of black people want to be informed, the other half want to be entertained. Now, you notice we titled this Ratchet City. I live here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Again, this is for all our new subscribers. I live here in Shreveport, Louisiana, one of the most deadly cities in America, one of the most impoverished cities in America, one of the most STD-infested cities in America. And I hate to say it about my city, but we lead pretty much per capita the nation in everything. And we only a city of 180,000 people. Shreveport is something about Shreveport. It goes back to the Confederacy, even in the Civil War, when Shreveport was the capital for the Confederacy. And I'll get off into that as we go down the line and, you know, at a later date. But we'll explain to you all why Shreveport is the way it is and why Shreveport has all this money, but it has all this poverty at the same time. Now, I want to share with y'all some real news. Remember I did a video, and a lot of you all are subscribing to this channel because you all seen that video that I did on New Year's Eve where all the gunshots was going off. And I did that video again, not thinking that it was going to go viral. Hell, I was halfway drunk on that video. I was at home alone, and I just needed to. Crime Syndicate, you should show others my content and proof concerning human rights violence. I tell you what, brother, let's see, Crime Syndicate investigation. Yeah, I know your real name. We talked. I'll give you a call tomorrow, and we'll try to set something up where we can go live together, and we can talk about things that are going on here in Ratchet City, but in particular at LSU, because I know what you're talking about. I was told, put like this, by a family member that works high up at LSU, which is Ochsner Healthcare, about a lot of the stuff that goes on there, because you got to realize it's a government-sanctioned hospital. So it's a lot of shit goes on up there at LSU. We call it LSU because that's what most of us know it about. But now it's Ochsner Health Centers or whatever. But yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll give you a call tomorrow, and hopefully if I can get this thing, hopefully if I can go and get this StreamYard thing tomorrow, we'll be able to do interviews with people specifically. So there's a lot we would like to do. Hey, Brother Anthony, how you doing, man? Good, man. Brother Anthony Watson, man, I really love you, bro, because you've been there from day one, and you always on point. But we'll talk about a lot of that tomorrow. Citizens, Crime Syndicate investigation. You can change the name 3-4 times, my friend. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Thank you, Brother Anthony. Matter of fact, let me put the cash tag up there, because we really, man, it's crazy. And I decided that I'm not going to even ask no more for people to do it, because if people really want to, that's what we had moderators for, but they would do it and we wouldn't even have to ask. Because it seems like, you know, hold on. I don't like to seem like I'm begging. So anyway, if they want to hit the cash tag, there it is right there. But what do you all, to all our subscribers, what do you all say that I could do to make this a better and more interesting show for you? Because we need, not only do we need you all to hit the like and the share, but we need you all to watch these videos in their entirety. Do I do too much cussing? Am I not funny enough? Am I not entertaining enough? Because again, here at The Real News Behind the News, we're not about entertainment. Yeah, I try to be funny. I try to be engaging. But my whole purpose is to give you information that will help you make decisions and navigate through this thing that we call life. We need to get a cam. Yeah, we definitely got to get a cam. There's a lot more. I could take this show to a whole nother level overnight, believe it or not, Brother Anthony, with a camera for this computer. Think about this. I have been asking for donations to help or whatever, and a lot of you all have blessed us here. But to get the camera and all that, do you all realize overnight this will be a whole different show? Because now, if we get a camera, I will be able to use my cell phone to take call-ins. And that's really what I want to do. I really want to engage the people. Now, I'm not always right, but I damn sure I'm hardly ever wrong. Remember I did the video I did, one with the shooting on here in New Year's Eve? My whole message in that video was trying to tell people here in Shreveport, if you think stuff is going to get better in 2021, you got to be mistaken when you hear all these guns and all these cats that got guns around here. And here we are, 7 days into the new year, and we already had 4 murders and almost 6 people to get shot. I mean, 10 people to get injured and 4 people to get murdered in just 7 days here. And most of those murders took place in the first 3 days of this year. We still got, we still got 358 days, something like that to go. And we're looking at prophecy, and I'm not saying I'm a prophet, but the prophecy that I spoke for, you see it happening. And it wasn't like I'm just brilliant, but come on, when you got all these guns in your neighborhood, you got all these liquor stores in your neighborhood, you got all this dope in your neighborhood, it's not hard to see that the guns, the dope, and the liquor combine to create chaos, violence, and destruction. So a lot of people took that video and basically liked it or whatever, because people are tired, man. People are tired of not being able to come and sit outside on their porch. But again, I mean, I hate to be right all the time, especially about something like this. But here we are, man, 7 days into the year, and we got all these kids. We got 5 murders already. I think it's 4 or 5 murders already. Plus, at least 10, 15 people shot and, having to go to the hospital in critical condition. So, again, what we try to do, hey, let me see what you all got to say. Miss Busy Gal 45, I would help if you had it. It would help if you had a schedule so we would know when to stay tuned in, say same time every. And Miss Busy Girl, I try to do that, but I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own little business. COVID is screwing my business up. So a lot of times what's happening lately, if I tell you I'm going on at 6 o'clock, well, my car is still fucking up, even though I just got it out the shop. Sometimes I might be 8 o'clock before I get home. So it's hard for me to judge when we can have a show. I like to try to do a show every day, Miss Busy Girl, but it's hard. Like right now, I got to try to figure out how I'm going to go and be at this job in the morning because, again, my car is not acting. I don't know if I'm going to go out there and crank it up in the morning and it's going to allow me to go to bid on this job. And I damn sure don't have bus there to catch a bus. But how does that look? Somebody coming to paint a $300,000 house catching a bus. If you can catch a bus to this part of the neighborhood. So this is the dilemma I'm in. Excuse me. This is the dilemma I be in, trying to set these shows up. Man, I would love to know that I'm going to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. By 7 o'clock, I'm over here doing a house. By 3 o'clock, by 4 o'clock, I'm at home. And by 7 o'clock, I'm doing a show. That's what my dream and my desire is. But it's hard to do that when I don't know when I'm going to get a job and how I'm going to get to be at the job. And if I'm going to get the job, how I'm going to get there. But most importantly, now think about it. I could do a show every morning, but how many people are going to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch the show? So it's a dilemma, and we're trying our best to work all these things out so that we can provide you all with a consistently quality show. You see what I'm saying? That's what the ultimate goal is. Man, I would love to be able to just sit around here all day and do nothing but YouTube because there's so much information that I can give you all. But again, I don't have that type of financial support because I don't have sponsors. Again, we barely can get, there's really about 10 people, we're going to say 10 people who actually contributes to this show through the Cash App. Whereas we basically, when they contribute, it's basically helping me just to take care of basic needs. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to do this show consistently because I don't have the public sponsors. What's going on, Head Night and Sons? How you doing, man? I've been following y'all a bit, man. We got to get together, Brother Head Night, and do that show. Start doing these shows together because you have a lot of relative information. I got where you sent me. Well, Trump, let's talk about this. Trump, and I need to change the title of this. Trump has been basically flagged in 2 countries now for arrest. Basically, there have been arrest warrants issued for Donald Trump in the countries of Iran and in the country of Iraq for his role in ordering the mafia-style hit on General Soleimani from Iran and that Iraqi diplomat. Y'all think that people think this is a joke, but we mentioned it. Didn't we? Wasn't that yesterday, Brother Had Not Son? That we mentioned it where they where Bush, Cheney, and the people under his administration cannot go to certain countries in Europe because there are arrest warrants for their participation in war crimes. Well, a lot of people ain't gonna know this because they don't follow us. This girl, if your enemies have a hit on our president, then our president was doing something right. No. Now I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, Miss Busy Girl. The country of Iran has a hit. There's not a hit. they have an arrest warrant on Donald Trump for his role in a war crime. Y'all got to realize, when Donald Trump ordered that hit on General Soleimani, that was a war crime. That was literally a murder. It was no different than when the mob puts a hit on somebody. So the actions that Donald Trump took that led to the death of that Iranian general Soleimani and that Iraqi diplomat, that was a crime. He committed murder for hire using our military. So that is a war crime. No, let me make sure I read your statement right. If our enemies have a hit on our president, then our president was doing something right. No, ma'am. He did everything wrong because what he did was illegal under international law. And that goes back to what I was saying, excuse me, when they were trying to impeach Donald Trump on some bull crap talking about Russia collusion, they should have been impeaching him and arrest. Come on, think about it. They could have arrested him for committing murder. But you know why they didn't? Because Republicans and Democrats in Washington, in your Congress, in your Senate, are complicit in these crimes. Notice when he committed that crime, ordered that hit, and after he got murdered, the Democrats were his biggest cheerleaders. The Democrats were saying, finally, this is what leads up to me telling you this now about Joe Biden. Joe Biden is about to take us into at least 2 more wars. He's going to try to strike Iran, which is going to be a big mistake because Iran is not the punk-ass country in the Middle East and I'm not calling these other countries punk-ass countries. Don't take it wrong, but they punk-ass countries because they could not defend themselves against any kind of American aggression. But when they fuck with Iran gonna bring it to them. Notice, when they hit General Soleimani, when they murdered General Soleimani, the Iranians struck an American army base in Iraq. They didn't kill nobody, but they did enough damage where 100 and some soldiers suffered brain damage because of all the explosions that took place. So you got to realize, and again, to our new subscribers, this is what we do at The Real News Behind the News. Man, we spend countless of hours a day studying international events, national events, local events. We study everything that goes on the planet so that we can give you all a basic idea of how real life is. And again, how if you do not understand what we're doing as an imperialistic, colonializing country like America, if you don't understand what we're doing overseas, you'll never understand why the police are shooting you here in your neighborhoods the way that they do and get away with it. A lot of it has to tie into how Israel are treating the Palestinians. If you pay attention to what's going on with the Palestinians over in Palestine, then you will know for sure what's going on here in your neighborhoods, in your black communities here in America, because they are learning lessons. Your police here in America, whether it be national, state, or local, they are learning from the Israelis in crowd suppression, in riot control. They're learning these tactics from the Israelis and implementing them here in your neighborhood. All the war crimes that we're committing in Syria, Libya, Iraq, Yemen, Lebanon, Somalia, the Sudan, all these war crimes that we're committing over there basically gives our soldiers, our military, training to come back and implement it here in the United States. Now, guess what? Most of your soldiers who went over there to overseas and committed these war crimes, they are the ones, when they come back to America, that you see as police officers in your neighborhood. You have a bunch of mentally ill ass people who went overseas, committed all these war crimes and atrocities, killing innocent women, children, babies, and men. And they come back fucked up in the head. They call it PTS, post-traumatic stress, but they come back fucked up in the head. And these are the ones they want to put in our neighborhood. If you come back from over there and never did no, if they put it like this, if you're in the military, you went overseas, never really seen no combat, never really seen no war crimes committed. You come back in your right frame of mind, you can't get a job as police because you're not going to be willing to shoot innocent people down in the streets. But if you done went over there and killed all these innocent people and you come back here and you apply for a job as a police officer, they're gonna, and you got all this fucked up mentality where you willing to kill anything innocent because you are given the order to, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it far in the police departments in America. Let's see what else we said. Miss Busy Girl say, I agree and disagree on the Soleimani thing, but you have to agree with the methods Trump used. Instead of sending our boys overseas to fight and end this war, he used one drone and took him out. Well, murder is still murder, Miss Busy Girl. I cannot agree with anything that he did because you really want to know what was happening, why General Soleimani was in Iraq. He was in Iraq to talk with the Prince of Saudi Arabia, who the United States is using to conduct the proxy war in Yemen. They did not want peace in Yemen. They did not want peace in the Middle East. So Trump illegally ordered a hit on that general. So no, ma'am, you got a good point, but I can't agree with that because a murder is a murder. He used a mafia style. It really was mafia style. He ordered a hit on somebody who was trying to conduct and negotiate peace between the countries of Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and other countries that the United States is using to conduct an illegal war against the country of Yemen. So no, Donald Trump committed a war crime. Why do you think under international law, the Iranians and the Iraqis have issued arrest warrants for Donald Trump? He committed a war crime, ma'am. And I'm not, totally just disregarding your comments, but no, Donald Trump did the most evil thing that a person could do. He ordered the murder of somebody else's, of some other countries, one of their top diplomats. Anywhere else, just think about it. If John Bolton or what's the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, would have went to Belgium or Austria or anywhere in England to try to conduct peace, and the Russians didn't want peace in those countries, and they ordered a hit on Mike Pompeo, how you think that would have turned out? We would have been screaming for Vladimir Putin to be hung here in America. We would be screaming for anybody involved to be castrated, roasted on a coal or open coals of fire, tortured in the worst way before they got murdered. That's what Donald Trump did. Donald Trump actually ordered the hit, the assassination, the murder of another country's diplomatic official who was really on official business trying to make peace between three countries. And they killed him. They murdered him because they want the war in Yemen to continue. So yeah, this is why we do what we do here at The Real News Behind the News. And I'm not bragging like I'm just so damn intelligent, but I am so damn intelligent. Sometimes I just want to kiss myself. And I humble myself when I say that. But it's because of the anointing that the Creator has given me, the insight to know that if you don't understand what's going on internationally, I don't agree with some of the things you say, but yet you, sir, I'm not intelligent. I just try very hard not to be dumb, Miss Busy Girl. I'm not really, put it like this, yes, God has blessed me with a certain level of intelligence. But the truth is, what it is that Now, I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm not a religious person, but I do believe in scriptures, whether it be Christian, Hindu, Islamic, Judaism, Sumerian. I study scriptures from all religions. But when you go back and look at the scriptures, all your true prophets were hated. None of your true prophets was like T.D. Jakes or Joel Osteen or Creflo Dollar Bill, y'all. No, these were the false prophets because they preached for profit. All God's true prophets were hated and murdered because they spoke a truth that nobody in the kingdoms wanted to hear. So, in my best way of humbling myself and saying this, I am a true prophet of God because I speak things. Anybody that's been following me, Brother Anthony can attest to this, and a couple of others. Anybody that's been following me know that God blesses me with the insight to tell you stuff that happens 2 to 3 years before it even happens. Am I lying, Brother Anthony? You've been following me. This just on YouTube you've been following me. But any of my Facebook followers who are here right now will tell you. And I humble myself because I'm a piece of shit, y'all. I'm not a great guy. I just believe in fighting for justice, righteousness. But anybody that's been following me for the last 4 years, 7 years to 10 years that I've been doing this, wait a minute. Anybody that's been following me I've been doing this since 2014. So anybody that's been following me for the last 7 years, know, yes, sir, he had, and again, I'm not trying to brag, Brother Anthony, but you have seen me tell you something 4 years ago, and everybody laugh at it, and then it stares you right in the face, right here. Those are your true prophets. But you got a lot of people that preaches about money, and they want to label themselves as a prophet just because they're doing it in the name of Jesus. When Jesus' name has been taken totally and misconstrued and basically fucked over to seduce and enslave half of black people. Black people are not understanding, and y'all probably heard other black men say this, but guess what? The worst thing that ever happened to black people in America was religion. Because they indoctrinated us with Christianity. When we came over here saying, with a Bible in his hand, Jesus loves you, and a bullwhip or a shotgun in his hand, saying, now, if you don't believe it, we're going to murder you. And this is what they're doing overseas. So this is what we do here at the Real News Behind News, the way from Blog, hey Anthony, all the way from Blog Talk Radio. They don't understand that. Because Blog Talk Radio was what? 4 years? I ain't did a Blog Talk Radio show in almost 3 years. But Brother Anthony been there all the way since Blog Talk Radio. And am I lying? One more time, Anthony. Am I lying? The things that I tell you all 4 years ago, you see it and stare you right in the face. I'm not trying to brag. That's just the truth. I'm not calling myself a prophet, but I do know that the Creator, who created us all and created all this, has a definite liking to what I do. Because for some reason, here I still am. And instead of, even with YouTube purging my channel, censoring my channel, we were still able to get 100 people just over the last 4 days to subscribe to our channel. And again, this video was really supposed to be a welcome introduction to our newest 100 members, subscribers. But it is what it is, man. Again, that's why I tell everybody, I really love you all comments. You all comments mean the world to me. Because it gives, first and foremost, it gives us more conversation and dialogue. But at the same time, it lets me know what I need to improve on. So like Brother Anthony said, we really need to get this camera. I seen that one camera, Anthony, but it's been sold. Now there's a couple of more cameras. Trust me, I be on a scroll, whether it be on the internet, pawn shops or whatever. There's another camera that I see right now that I can get, but it's gonna cost almost about $90 to get that one. But with this camera, believe it or not, all I gotta do is plug that camera into this computer. Now anybody that wants to appear on the real news, behind the news, in a split screen and talk about what it is that they want to talk about, I'll be able to do it. With a camera, I'll be able to sit the cell phone aside and use it to take you all's calls. You'll be able to call into the show. But I'm going to be real. I can't do it because my finances is screwed up, man. I take full responsibility for my finances being screwed up because it's nobody's fault that I'm a 4-time convicted felon, drug dealer. Got 3 degrees, photo certification. And it's hard for me at 50 years old to get a job. So I changed my life. And I get out here, man, whenever I can. Like right now, I got 4 houses that I got to go within the next 4 or 6 days to try to get bids on, which the people already told me they're going to give me the jobs. But guess what? I can't even get my car cranked. You know, so I'm the broke version of the realest news entity that you're going to get in America. One of the realest news entities in America, but definitely the realest black person that you will ever see on YouTube. Because again, unlike everybody else who are either showing you stories of our people getting murdered and commenting on that, or just nonsense entertainment that's not gonna benefit you or your family in any way in the day-to-day life. It's literally entertainment. Unlike them, I'm trying to inform you all. I'm trying to make you all think a little bit different than what we're being told. And once you start thinking different, you're gonna see everything that I'm saying. I mean, it's true, basically. And again, it's not like I'm bragging on myself. But the things that God has given me to tell you all is bigger than my desire to try to get on YouTube and just make money. When again, if I'm still doing this, and again, don't nobody, I put the cash tag up every day. Don't nobody hit the Cash App. Don't nobody hit the PayPal. But I'm still here doing it. You know why? Because just like here in Shreveport, Louisiana, Ratchet City, y'all, just like the title say, Ratchet City, anybody that knows me, am I lying again, Anthony Watson? I'm out here engaging the system. The system here in Shreveport and Ratchet City hates me because I go down to the city council meeting. I do stuff like that video. The system and some people hate me, like that video that I did with all the shooting. I had death threats. Didn't nobody even think about it. I had to leave my house, come up with some money to find a hotel, but none of my subscribers on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, all the people that say they follow me and they got my back, nobody donated nothing to that. I'm out here literally putting my life on the line because, again, what you all see on YouTube, Facebook, or whatever is just that YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, Twitter. But how many of you all that live here in Shreveport, because I know I got a lot of you all that fall, actually see me challenging the system, shutting shit down, fighting corruption at the city council meeting, in the halls of City Hall, out on the street protesting? How many of y'all actually see me doing real work? All you gotta do is go back and look at a lot of the videos that I upload, and you will see we don't just talk about things. We actually get out here and engage. Do y'all realize I got half the politicians here in Shreveport number on speed dial? This is why I always say people go to church on Sunday, give all their money to pastor. Then on Monday, they call me telling me that their child got arrested and the police here in Shreveport beat the shit out of them. Can I help them? But they done went and gave all the money to pastor. Man, don't nobody give me nothing, but I still do what I do. You know why? Because my love is for righteousness and for the people, y'all. I don't do this shit, man, for likes, for clout, for fame. Because the stuff that I do in real life gets me death threats. Everybody now, we probably got a lot, those 100 new subscribers probably came through from looking at that video of the shooting that I did. But how many of you all realize that by me doing that video of all that shooting on New Year's Eve has put my life in jeopardy? it is what it is. The truth is what it is. I know y'all ain't want to hear that, but that's the reality. That video put my life in jeopardy. And then when I asked, for donations on the Cash App, nobody came through. I had to leave my house because brothers, some of them same cats that were doing the shooting, want to kill me now because I exposed them for the murderous, irresponsible detriment to our society that they are. That's real. That's real talk. I don't just talk about it, y'all. I be about it. Every day I'm out here in Shreveport. I'm out here trying to talk to these youngsters, trying to be that real OG. I try to be like that uncle that everybody got in their family that come to the family reunion. And he more concerned with the kids' welfare than, getting how many beers in the cooler or what grandma and them got to say or whatever. He's more concerned with these kids out here being badass kids. So he gonna tell them, hey boy, sit your ass down. Get up while everybody else partying. He gonna be the one watching them kids. That's the uncle that I am. Am I lying? We're gonna show this. Let's say that message is high hell for review. All right, let me just read some of y'all comments and I'm gonna get ready to go, man. Hey, now, I donate. I mean, it really, thank you, Miss Busy Girl. If you hit the Cash App, I really thank you. But guess what? I love everybody. I would love for everybody to donate. Everybody, the 1,200 subscribers that we got, or 210 now. Because again, we didn't got 100 subscribers. Thank you, Creator. But I would rather everybody, if they donated $1, we could do this show and literally in less than a month, we could have the hottest show on YouTube. Believe it or not, I'm so limited as to what I can do because right now I got to, while y'all looking at me and you looking at, whether you're looking at me on a computer, a cell phone, or a laptop or whatever, I'm actually doing this shit from a cell phone. There's so much that I cannot do because I'm limited. And again, I would love to go out and just have enough money in my pocket to buy this camera that I need. And starting tomorrow, this show would go viral, but I can't do it, y'all. My puppy's in there right now hungry because they don't have food. I don't have. Would y'all believe I took my last 4 leg quarters and boiled them and gave it to my puppies? I'm eating peanut butter and sugar. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Real shit. But I made sure my puppies had something to eat. The heaters done broke down. Ain't but one heater in the house. I had to take a toaster oven to put it in the living room to keep my puppy. This is just how poor I am. Again, the broke version of the news. But guess what? I come and try to do it every day. I try to bring y'all the real news behind the news because my love is for you all to have information. If I just wanted to entertain y'all, I could be so goddamn entertaining, I wouldn't talk about no real shit. All I sit back and talk about sports, fucking rap music, and I know how to manipulate a script, and I could be having thousands of followers, hitting my like button, hitting my share button, hitting the Cash App every day. But I'd rather be broke as fuck and tell y'all the truth as to what's going on in your day-to-day life. What these people are doing in Washington that affects you where you live at in Shreveport, Chicago, Atlanta. Because again, I used to call this Chicago up there. But guess what? We got to ask the question, where are all them brothers getting the guns in Chicago to do all the killing that they're doing? Poverty makes a man do things that he normally wouldn't do or he shouldn't have to do. Same here in Ratchet City. Now again, here in Ratchet City, a lot of people were mad at me when I did that video while all that shooting, but in the video, they overlooked the point. I say, if this is what's happening on New Year's Eve, imagine how the New Year is gonna be, and already, again, we done had 4 murders, and almost 10 people get shot and injured. And it's, again, I'm not trying to brag, it's the Creator that's allowing me to see things like your prophet Daniel, your prophet Ezekiel, Isaiah, even your prophet Jesus. Because again, I'm just be real, and I hope don't offend you Christian, but Jesus was not the Son of God. He never claimed to be, but he was one of the greatest prophets in the history of mankind. I acknowledge him in his life, but there's no way Jesus himself would have claimed to be the Son of God, because according to what he believed in his religious affiliation as a Jew, it would have been blasphemy for him to say that he was the Son of God. That's why when he stood trial the first time against Pontius Pilate, and he said, "Oh, is it true that you say you the Son of God?" Jesus said, "I ain't never said that shit. I ain't say that. You all say that. Y'all looked at all these miracles that I did, and y'all associated me as being the Son of God. When in reality, if you want to break it down, and we're going to go back to doing this our Sunday morning preaching, Jesus practiced African spiritualism. Oh, y'all will say, you going to hell for saying that. You want to no, stop, let me explain. Did not that angel tell Joseph, soon as Jesus was born, to take the child to Egypt? In Egypt, when Jesus was growing up, he wasn't learning Judaism. He damn sure wasn't learning Christianity, because Christianity was not invented till after damn near 500 to 1,000 years after he died. He was learning what we would call today, oh, it's for the shock you, hold your ears if you don't want to hear it. He was learning voodoo. Y'all might think that's crazy. How you gonna say he was practicing voodoo? Let me ask y'all a question. What was going on in the temple? If you're a Christian, read the Old Testament. What was going on in that Old Testament every day in that temple? They were steadily slicing the throats of animals. They were steadily and constantly sacrificing animals, to the point that temple was so bloody and scary that only the tribe of Levi and his descendants can go in there, because they were the only ones who had the ability. I got shit coming out of my mouth. Believe it or not, that was I've been eating grits. That's what dinner was, grits and toast. But they was actually slaughtering animals, sacrificing the blood on the altar to their God, the Hebrew God. So why is it now that when black people come here, create their and recreate their heritage, their spiritual origin in the Western Hemisphere, going back to Haiti, and when they were bringing us here slaves, it's evil now. But when Jesus was doing it, when they were doing it in the Old Testament, it was godly. But now that black people have come to the forefront for practicing voodoo, it's evil. So, man, we're going to get off into this real deep, man. It's 11:08. Man, I see y'all really liking this. We got 12 views, 11 likes. I really thank y'all for the views and the likes. Again, thank you, Brother Anthony. Christ didn't follow, he led. But guess what, Georgia Black? He was practicing voodoo. Christ was practicing voodoo. Brother Anthony say, keep going. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and grab a little cup of water. I'll go for a few more minutes. Y'all give me a second. Give me just 1 second. Hey, you little fuckers. Y'all all right? Good puppy, good puppy. All right, y'all lay down. I know. Dad, get y'all something. We're gonna get something. We're gonna work something out. I love my puppies, y'all. Give him a second. All right, I'm back. Anthony said keep going. Let's read some of y'all comments. Let's go back. And again, Miss Busy Girl, thank you. Let me see something. Thank you for all that you all have done. Those of you all who have supported us financially, we really appreciate that. But really, we need the subscribers and the viewers. That's really the most important thing that we need right now. We just trying to look and see what's going on in the news. Maybe they'll give us something else to talk about. But okay, that's not gonna work right there. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to our YouTube channel. But again, Miss Busy Girl, more videos of the pups outside also, please. You like them puppies? Man, my puppies are everything. Hey. Nah, I donate. When you donate, Miss Busy Girl? Well, you ain't gotta tell us. You ain't gotta tell us. Fuck the trolls. Yeah. Rob, we need more people. Man, we need more people, period. I'm nothing special, Brother Joshua. It's just that, you know me, you see me here in Shreveport. You know that I don't just talk about it. I be about it. You know. Let's see what else we got here. We need more people like you, Rob. Yes, Joshua returned. This guy is great. I'm not that great. I just try to do God's will. Christ did not follow, he led. Yeah, who said that? Miss Georgia Black. And again, we're not gonna get off into a religious study tonight. We'll do that Sunday. But the only reason why I did this video tonight was to ask all the new people, or to thank all the people who recently subscribed to our show. And I don't like saying the word show because that means entertainment. I just really want to thank the people who recently subscribed. But I also wanted to let you all know that we're trying to be consistent. We're trying to be a voice for the voiceless. And we're trying to get this show to the point where, like I told y'all in a couple of videos back, I'm 23 from Shreveport. I rock with you. You 23 years old, Bookie Austin, 23 years old, and you rock with me. That is a blessing, because there's not too many people in their 20s and 30s that really want to hear the truth. And again, I could be trying to entertain y'all. Man, I could have y'all entertained as fuck. Because I'm kind of, when it comes to comedy, I can make you laugh. I can talk about rap. I can talk about all this shit. But I try to talk about stuff that's going to make you all think twice about what's being told to you. Like all that shit that happened yesterday. I got two words. Paid provocateurs. I can go and show you how a bunch of those people that actually infiltrated the Capitol were paid provocateurs. They were paid to do that in order to basically throw salt on Donald Trump and his people. Just like when Black Lives Matter has protests, I can show you all the paid provocateurs who go out there and bust windows and do all that other crazy stuff in order to denigrate or to basically what word am I looking for? They basically trying to throw salt on Black Lives Matter. And that's another show. Matter of fact, we'll do that show first thing in the morning. That's why I'm finna get ready to get up. Brother Hadnot just sent me a picture, another picture. I apologize for that, but Brother Hadnot, I was just looking at the text that you sent me, and it coincides with everything that I just said. Y'all forgive me for that little brief interruption. Again, that's the advantage of having a camera as opposed to doing this shit on my cell phone. Because when somebody wants to call in to the show or somebody wants to send me something, I can check my cell phone over here and the show will still go on. So again, man, I know Brother Anthony, y'all want me to go on a little bit longer. Anthony say he about to go hard. No, man, I gotta get ready to lay it down because I'm gonna be real. I'm not really in a good mood right now, but I still gotta be consistent with this show, with this channel. So that's one reason why here it is at 11:15. I'm broadcasting live now. But man, I'm gonna be real, I'm hungry as fuck. The puppies in there hungry. I'm gonna lay down so that I'm hopefully I can wake up in the morning and feed myself. Again, I do this show to bring you all the truth. And here I am, a grown-ass 50-year-old man. And it's hard for me to feed myself. You don't want to know one reason why? Because I've been blackballed here in the business community here in Shreveport by a lot of powerful people who don't like my methodology. They don't like what I speak. They don't like the truth that I try to tell y'all. They don't like the fact that I go down to the city council and fight against corruption and shut them down for millions of dollars in corruption and fraud that they're trying to perpetrate. They don't like this, so my name is blackball. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to get any type of jobs here to the point where I think I'm gonna have to leave Shreveport, Ratchet City, in order to prosper. Man, I got a 10-year-old son. All I want is for him, put it like this, they respect me, but they gonna fear my son. That's the teaching of the Jewish Talmud. What that, Georgia Black? What's the teaching of the Jewish Talmud? The Jewish Talmud, let me ask you a question. Where did they get most of their insight or their ideology from? What is the oldest, most respected religion? Buki said, you should have been moved. I'm gonna have to, Miss Buki, I'm gonna have to leave Shreveport in order to progress. But at the same time, if I leave Shreveport and still continue to do this real news behind the news, it don't make no difference where I go if the people who follow this channel do not help support this channel. Now, I can see if I was rich, I would never put a cash tag up here. I would never ask my subscribers for anything, because anybody that knows me know I know how to get out there in these streets and make shit happen. But right now, I'm not trying to do that, because if I go in the street right now, they catch me with just say a half an ounce or a half a pound of weed, trying to sell it to get that camera, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life here in Louisiana or wherever I'm at. Or if I can't feed myself and the puppies, like right now, like I said, I had to take my last 4 leg quarters and feed my puppies, and I'm eating grits and toast. When I know how to go out in the streets and make that money. But if I get caught out there in the street, do y'all realize they're gonna prosecute me to the fullest extent of the law? 9 times out of 10, the way they're gonna do it, like they tried to do the last time, they're gonna try to bring the feds in and put me away for life. I'm not trying to go that way. Fuck that. For real. So it's better for me to go out somewhere else where I can use one of these certifications or maybe one of these degrees that God has blessed me with. I can go somewhere else where they ain't gonna check as hard in a background check, and I can actually make a living. Why I ain't gotta come up here and say, please, y'all hit the cash out. If I was able, anybody that know me, think about it. I didn't really even think about hitting the cash out till a couple people told me, man, this is what you need to do. And I'm like, fuck that, because that seemed like it's begging. But nigga, if you want your channel to get going, you're going to have to beg. I'm not finna beg. I am too proud to beg. Fuck that. If you all want to donate, you're going to donate. But either way it go, whether you donate or not, I'm still going to bring y'all the real news behind the news. Man, this here got real interesting real fast, and I didn't think it was gonna go. But you know what? Out of all this, I had to hear Buki Austin. If I didn't learn nothing else out of this video, what moved me the most when Buki Austin say, I'm 23 from Shreveport and I rock with you. That there is my reward for doing this video. Even though ain't nobody gonna hit the cash app, ain't nobody really hitting the share button. We see a lot of y'all that hit the like button. But that was my reward, to know that somebody 23 years old understand what it is I'm trying to do. And they rock with me. Not trying to get big-headed or conceited, but that shit make me feel good, because it lets me know that the mission that I set out to do is being accomplished. Well, hey, y'all, I'm finna get ready to lay down, man, because it's that time for me to lay down. I gotta try to get up early in the morning and figure out how the fuck I'm gonna feed these big-ass puppies. Miss Busy Girl say she won't see more pictures of the puppies. Do you realize them puppies, the 2 puppies that's 9 months old, the 2 puppies are 9 months old. The mama is almost 2 years old. Do y'all realize how much them goddamn, just the boy alone eats? I can go buy them dogs a 50-pound bag of food, but you gotta realize I'm feeding 3 dogs. And that 50-pound bag of food, it goes in almost 2 weeks, man. Them little fuckers are getting too big. But I just can't wait to start breeding them. Because, I mean, something else I want to tell y'all black people about your dogs. Y'all better understand and realize these white folks are breeding these dogs and getting $10,000 a puppy if your dogs are purebred. You gotta understand why dogs are called man best friend, and they all come from the white folks breeding them dogs. And I'm learning so much that I guarantee that when my dogs breed, I'm getting $3,000 to $5,000 per puppy. I want y'all to go and understand why dogs are man best friend and why white people are getting $2,000 deposits on each puppy. While we as black folk get a couple pet bulls and we go like, man, I got this one here for $250. I'll be goddamn if I sell any one of my puppies. Cause think about the puppy, the mama puppy, mama dog had them 2 puppies. She had 4 more puppies outside them 2, and I was getting $500 per puppy because people knew that they were purebred. We as black people better start understanding breeding of these animals, breeding these dogs. Man, it's money in breeding these dogs. Because I don't know right now, people asking me, when you gonna breed this one here? When you gonna breed? Let me breed this one. And people willing to pay me $1,000 just to let them breed. Man, we as black people, there's so much opportunity out there. We're gonna talk about how black people need to start getting into the stock market. Man, I wish I would have invested in Bitcoin a year ago. But that's a whole different story, man. Let me get ready to end this video. I don't know why I did this video, but I know why now I did this video, because it was meant to be done. But hey, we need y'all to hit the like button, hit the share button. Please tell your family and friends about this crazy Negro named Rob Thomas Jr., who just so happened to be right 90% of the time, to help you all understand what's going on internationally and here in America and how it affects you in your city, locally, where you are. So until y'all see me tomorrow, I'm going to go and wind this down. Please hit the Cash App, but most importantly, please share these videos, man. Hit the like button on whenever we do a video, because by you hitting the like button, that helps us bypass YouTube's censorship. Because no matter what algorithm they put against us to keep our show down on the bottom of the search engine, once you start hitting that like button, people gonna start coming in. They can't fight against that. So until y'all see me tomorrow, matter of fact, if I wake up in time, no matter what time I wake up, I'm gonna do a show in the morning, and we're gonna go back to that format where I do run down all the headlines locally, state, and nationally. And then internationally, we're going to get back to that format. I know y'all like that. But most important to you all who are watching this video after the fact, please tell us, what can we do better to make this channel more accessible to more and more people? Black, white, Hispanic, Jews, fucking Mexican, fucking Chinese midgets with 2 wooden titties. Show us what we can do to make this shit a lot more accessible and make it more outside of dumbing down our message, because that's something we ain't gonna do. We gonna keep it real. But y'all tell us what y'all think we can do to make this show better. Until y'all see me tomorrow, please hit the like, the share, make sure you subscribe, and if you can, hit the Cash App. But until y'all see me tomorrow, y'all be blessed.